All right, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back. If you're new here, welcome in. This video is essentially just going to be a full breakdown kind of case study on how I made $10,000, a little over $10,000 in just one trade this morning. Actually, a little under 2 hours. So, yeah, that's definitely on one of my higher days, but I traded the entire thing live. There is a recording of that in the Discord. Before we get started, if you do want to watch me take these trades, full live execution, all my levels given, my chart is being streamed. That's going to be the first link down below there. But anyways, it's not letting me move the screenshot on my trading view. But again, here is account. You can only see 9, but there's 8 and 7 below it. Hit just over 1,000, close to 1,200 on 9 PA accounts today. So again, super smooth entry today. This is actually a little bit different than some of my other 10 a.m. PO3 trades. If you have watched a couple of my other YouTube videos, you know how the 10 a.m. PO3 works. You know a little bit, hopefully, about market maker buy models. This specific 4-hour PO3 is actually a smart money reversal PO3. Okay. And before we dive kind of into the technical analysis itself, I just kind of want to briefly go over what a smart money reversal actually is here. So what I have on my screen is what a market maker model is. So this is going to be your sell side curve, and this is going to be your buy side curve. Okay. Now we know as a fact that the market cannot just go straight down and straight up, right? If we are trending, we have to have these reaccumulation periods right here where the market starts to move sideways before breaking again, okay? Now, pretty frequently, these reaccumulation periods are going to be PO3s, right? Accumulation, a manipulation, and a distribution. If you're not familiar with PO3, I recommend you going back to my channel, looking at the AMD and the PO3 explanation videos on the entire concept. But yeah, regardless, the smart money reversal is actually when we flip from a sell side curve to a buy side curve or vice versa. Okay, that is the full reversal that we are trading. Okay, we are essentially catching the bottom, right? So in order to trade a smart money reversal, you need to have some form of hopefully higher time frame liquidity grabbed or higher time frame level tapped into. Now, in this scenario, we did sweep a pretty significant level of some internal higher time frame liquidity, as well as having a very high time frame bullish SMT between the indexes NQ and ES. So those were kind of our reversal confirmations, but more importantly than that, kind of focusing on the market maker concept here, you know that you're actually going to be flipping into a buy side curve when the PO3 flips from bearish to bullish, right? We have accumulation, manipulation to the downside, and then some distribution, okay? So again, just to preface, this is what we are trading today. It's not always going to be that. I find usually the better PO3s are this first reaccumulation leg, because we usually tap into a 15-minute gap around here. Sometimes even this one up here. But when we do catch the smart money reversal, these are also great swing trade opportunities, okay? I've not sold any of my contracts from what I'm swing trading from my entry today, okay? I've pretty much just been adding into a ton of swings because of the higher time frame, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But yeah, we're trading the smart money reversal. Now, how do we trade the PO3? If you guys are in my live sessions and have learned from me, you know that we trade it in a time-based way, right? We trade it aligning with a 4-hour candle's open, high, low, close. Okay, so a new 4-hour candle opens and we start to accumulate, right? Because we are super bullish, we need to form a low, which is that 4-hour candle's bottom wick. Once we have formed that bottom wick, then we can go ahead and continue higher and boom, put in the entire 4-hour candle, right? All we're doing is trading that 4-hour candle kind of on the 1 to 5 minute time frame. Okay, now that you understand what the smart money reversal is, we're going to go ahead and actually jump into the trade here. Now, I kind of just do want to go top down and give you a little bit on the bias because I do want to make it kind of like a full trade breakdown here. But yeah, I mean, on the weekly time frame, as you can see, previous week was bullish. What did we do? We opened, wicked into the previous week's body, and we are already trading above the previous week's high. That signals we're going higher just based off of open, high, low, close. Daily time frame, literally the exact same thing as I was talking about on the weekly. But just to note, we swept out a ton of liquidity down here, and we also inversed two pretty significant daily gaps. Okay, so that's telling me we want a more external target, and we are going to push up, right? This is definitely going to be my target for tomorrow, actually, is this high. If it doesn't get hit overnight, we have been having some overnight expansion, but that's going to be my target tomorrow, so on and so forth, that hopefully later into the week. Okay, but besides the point, we are clearly bullish on the daily and the weekly. Now, the 4-hour time frame, I kind of want you guys to pause the video in 1 second here, and just from what I circle right here, can you tell me what you see? Okay, you've unpaused it. This is clearly a 4-hour market maker buy model as well, right? We have our sell side curve and we have our buy side curve with these reaccumulations, okay? This is clearly our external target right here, this high. This is the climax of that sell side curve. What do we also have here? We have a 4-hour PO3, right? We accumulated, manipulated into a 4-hour gap, and we're clearly trying to break higher, okay? So again, as you can see, all the time frames are aligning. There's no reason you would ever want to go short when all of your time frames are aligning in one direction. And a lot of people get confused about that, thinking, oh, but we're starting to get back up. We're closing in on equilibrium of the move down. You have to look at the market structure and the higher time frame order flow. You can't just fully focus on a premium and a discount. But anyways, on the 1-hour time frame, we can see a ton of low resistance liquidity all built up right here. So that's what we wanted to see swept. Now, obviously, this is still here. I'm going to bring it back for bar replay. But as you can see, because I don't want to flip back later, we have swept all of these lows on NQ. But what did ES do? It did not sweep all of these lows, right? So that's also a bullish SMT. But again, that's our higher time frame, low resistance liquidity. There's also a 15-minute order block down here. But again, don't have to overanalyze it. We're clearly bullish here. So let's kind of just drop down to the 1-minute time frame here and really just walk through this from market open. All right. So market opens, right? I see we have a couple levels. But again, what I'm seeing here is just a shitload of low resistance liquidity. Okay. So market opens and we immediately start pushing down. Okay. Now at this point in time, and again, this is why I wait until 10 a.m. to trade. Because a lot of people probably got caught. What did we do? We swept out the London session lows and we inversed a gap. A ton of people probably entered long there. But again, even if I was waiting for a PO3 here, I'd want accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. It would just be kind of that second leg. But again, we push down even more. And again, another CISD to the downside. So again, a lot of people are probably also bearish at this point. A ton of people are going to be like, oh, I'll wait for this gap to get hit and then another CISD to the downside. And they probably entered with the manipulation. So yeah, if you do that, you're fucking cooked. Just put the Johnny Walker in the bag there for me. But yeah, again, new 4-hour candle opens. We can see we immediately start to accumulate and we are just building a range, right? We have gone nowhere here. We haven't broken out to either side. That is our open and our accumulation. And boom, all the low resistance liquidity has been hit. Okay. Now, because this was a pretty high volume push to the downside, I wanted to make absolutely sure with this trade, which, by the way, there's nothing wrong with that, okay? A lot of people definitely caught this entry at the bottom here, right? Okay, they sniped, you'll see right here. A lot of people probably sniped this IFVG right here and had a way tighter stop than I did. Oh, look at me, I caught a 4 risk reward. It does not matter. I was trying to take the most high probability trade I could, and because the macroeconomic calendar didn't have one single piece of news today, I wanted to be more cautious. Clearly there was volatility in the market, but you can never be too safe. So, and I'm not trying to chase a 4 risk reward every single day. When it's there, I'll take it. So what we did is essentially just wait for this higher volume IFVG and higher IFVG to be inversed. But as you guys can see, look at the 4-hour candle right now. What did we do? We manipulated and put in the 4-hour low, okay? Now, also another sign that we're bullish is if we close above the opening price. But again, let's go ahead and see what the deal is. So we inverse that gap, right? Boom. I enter my trade. Why? Because I studied, bro. Because I studied. All right, I'm going to stop with the fucking Luke Belmar brain rot. Anyway, my stop was around 260 points. Reason being for this stop, we were not going to get down here for one, and that's a 400 tick stop, nearly a 400 tick stop. I really won't ever go over a 300 tick stop. So again, all I wanted to do is kind of give this a little bit of room to breathe. If we did retrace, we had a gap right here. This was pretty much just going to be our, lower breakaway gap, and my stop was just below. It's going to be hard to see, but just below consequential encroachment of this last gap. So if we did happen to tap it, odds are if we push past CE, we're just going to run straight through it and continue bearish. Okay, so let my stop breathe quite a bit here. And at this high right here is where I moved my stop loss to break even right here. Now, again, this was not the main draw of the day. This was, but because we didn't have news, and I also had to run and do a ton of family shit, so I was filling orders on my phone. When I was selling this position, I didn't want to, chill in there. But again, I still have a ton of swings open. But to that level, it's a 2.49. Okay, so let's see how this one plays out. Now, again, at this point, this is why emotional control is so crucial. A lot of people see this shit and they're like, oh, it's chopping, it's chopping. Oh my God, we're pushing down. Jack, we're pushing down. I need to get out of my trade right now. Dude, no, you fucking don't. You just need to control your emotions. If you need to literally tear yourself away from the screen, then do it. Because a handful of people in the Discord this morning watched this and they were like, yep, bad market conditions. I'm just going to get out. Which, I mean, by all means, stick to your rules, bro. But once you enter a trade, you know what the risk you're putting on is. So, again, a little mental tip for you guys. But as you can see, some people probably freaked out there, got out of their positions. Oh, what's this? Our manipulation wick for that second market maker buy model leg. Boom, we distribute above that high. Again, people probably keep freaking out. Oh, it's just chopping. I'm going to exit. And we can see eventually, boom, our take profit, well, not our take profit one. Our break-even level gets hit, so at this point in time, boom, shove my stop to break-even. I'm fully risk-free on the trade, and I'm just going to let this one ride to my second level, which, again, took a little bit, right? Didn't happen in a flash, but as we know, some of these trades can happen in 4 minutes. Some of them can take 2 hours, and that's all about just having the patience to stick it out. But yeah, I made about $1,200 on 9 PA accounts this morning. Super simple trade. Again, I would rank this an A. I'm not going to say A plus because of the macroeconomic calendar, but I would rank this an A smart money reversal setup. So when you are trading the 10 a.m. PO3, you can have it in this form. It doesn't happen as often as the other market maker model legs. But again, you will have this sometimes, and oftentimes these are great swing entries. So yeah, I hope you got some good value out of that. If you guys don't already know, I dropped a 0 to 100 full futures Bible. It is literally over 55 pages of pure, complete, free sauce, okay? I'm not going to make you pay for this Futures Bible. It is literally essentially a book, okay? At this point, it is 55 pages on a Google document. It takes you all the way from square one down to how to become a profitable trader. It runs you through an entire strategy, okay? At the very end, it runs you through my strategy, but it runs you through quite literally everything you will ever need to become a profitable trader. So if you guys do want to go ahead and get that Futures Bible for completely free, go ahead and click that second link down below. But yeah, go ahead and read up on that. Hopefully you get some really good value out of that. But yeah, happy to be back posting on YouTube. If you guys have any ideas in specific of, things you want to see on here, whether it's more educational content, whether it's a boot camp, which, by the way, yes, I will be continuing that if you guys show some support for it. So if you want the boot camp, comment down below, and I'll continue the boot camp. But yeah, comment if you guys have any questions. I will be reading the comments on this video. But again, hope you got some good value out of this. And yeah, if you want to live trade with me for completely free and see what I'm all about, go ahead and click that first link. If you want the Futures Bible, go ahead and click that second one. But yeah, hope to see you guys in the Discord.